Welcome to Blissful Transformations, and this is my hammock bed that I made out of a trampoline structure. And I want to do a shout out to Peter Roll because he's the mastermind behind it being made like a dream catcher versus me trying to do these little tiny macrame strands that took really 50 meters per strand, and it didn't really go very far. So this is a brilliant idea, and I absolutely love it because I have it set up in a natural circle of trees, and it's overlooking a creek. I get to hear the birds and the water running in the creek, and it's just such a magical spot. So this is a wonderful thing. And of course, if you have a veranda or an outside area, you could hang it pretty much the same. So this was a trampoline that I bought for around $15, secondhand of course, and I took the base off because I know way too many people that would like the challenge of trying to jump on a trampoline whilst it's hanging in amongst trees, and I didn't really want to do that. So I took off the base and I started to wrap around the outside with the rope. I did a few versions of that. In the end, I found that just simply wrapping it around and around and around without trying to tie knots or do any fancy loops, that was the best way because it had no slip in it and it held really tight. Each time I added on a new reel, I would knot it and then loop over the old threads, and that just held it in place really well. Okay, I think I'm tangled now. And then I started through with the dream catcher idea, and that is looping the thread and passing the bulk of it through the loop and then tying it really tightly. And I did that pretty much the whole way through. At the very end, I left a hole in the center because I wanted to loop the remaining rope through and pull it really tight and take out some of the slack from the center. I wasn't sure how much sag there would be. That hole wasn't big enough. I ended up taking about 3 or 4 rows of my knots out and then pulling it in tighter again. I think this will hold a lot of weight, but it still has a bit of give in the center, because what I did was started off with small, and then as the knottings were getting closer and closer together, I would open it up a little bit, and I think that's created a bit of give in the center. So next time I do one of these, I'm going to maybe start a bit bigger and not increase as I go through to the center. I think I might just try and keep it tighter and tighter, and of course leave a big gap in the middle and pull it all in. This is such a magical thing, and it's so relaxing. Just the process of hanging, it's like floating in water or being in the womb, and especially being in this spot where I can hear the water and I'm looking up at the trees, and I'm surrounded by this amazing little magical circle of trees, and it fits just perfect. I hope you've enjoyed this clip. Share and subscribe, and of course listen to your heart and follow your bliss. Take care.